When you hurt a man, you gotta give him space. Because we women right away want to fix the problem. But he needs to process things. You hurt him. And now the best thing is to give him space. For women, it's the opposite. We don't want to give women a space. We want to get to talk to her so she can vent and release all of her frustration. But with men, you gotta give him space. Let him process what happened. And he probably gonna be distant with you. And it's okay. You need to give him that space. And the more during this time you work on yourself, not to chase him, not to get into his cave, because he's in a cave now. And once he starts to slowly come out, maybe a few days later, maybe even a week or 2 weeks later, you can talk to him and say, listen, I thought about it and I understand that it was the biggest mistake that I did not control my anger, my frustration, and I blew up on you. Could you please forgive me? And a man might say, not now, I still need time. And that means you give him time. And he might say, yes, I forgive you. And if he forgives you, you gotta do everything not to do this again. Will you do it again? Absolutely, because you're a human being. But you gotta try not to do it and work on yourself. Because every time we blow up, we deteriorate our relationship and they're becoming more and more distant from us. And we have to take responsibility from it. And so in a relationship, of course, you will make mistake and he needs to learn to forgive you. Of course, he will make mistake and you need to learn to forgive him. But at the same time, we are responsible for doing our part not to damage the relationship, not to blow up, not to cheat, not to lie, not to betray our partners. We're responsible for being the best version of ourselves. And this is not on them, it's on us. And that's what I'm saying, my friends. If you're not learning spiritual knowledge, if you're not praying or doing meditation or affirmation, you're just living a mediocrity life. And with mediocrity life, you'll get mediocrity partners, mediocrity relationship, mediocrity results, mediocrity income, mediocrity everything. Because nobody can make us happy except us and our relationship to our Creator. And this is something that I would like for you to start thinking deeply. Finding a mentor, finding someone who's motivating you to take action and to start doing spiritual practices, not once a week for checkmark going to church, mosque or synagogue or temple, but building your relationship with one and only, most important person in the world is our Creator. And then everything else gonna start working and not trembling and trying to survive life, hoping that it's gonna turn out well. But it doesn't. And let's be honest about that.